after the major documentaries come out, right? After they are done with Diddy, Jay-Z is up next to be exposed. Right?
Began when Homeland Security paid a surprise visit to Diddy's Los Angeles mansion. They were one of many security operatives on the ground who were on a serious mission involving allegations of sexual trafficking.
Meek, on Khaled's God Did, which you eventually remixed for Flamers, but Hov raps on there, he said, me and Meek could never beef, I freed that nigga from a whole bid. Yeah. When you hear this for the first time, obviously y'all are in a good place, but when you hear that, is it still like an excitement to hear somebody like Jay?
It's always exciting to hear anybody that to that level. Jay-Z. Jay-Z was one, that's the OG. It was crazy when I heard Beyonce say free Meek. I was in his jail cell. She's like, in the hood, like, free Meek.
Yeah.
I've been around Hov a lot, but when I heard Beyonce say it, of course, was the Hov oop. That shit like jumped me out the building, but of course, I always had dreams to catching up with Hov and them from a young nigga. Like I say it when I'm around him. You know, I had dreams of catching up with you, I'm here. So, you know, to be able to get spoke on by some of the greats that been in this game and make lane for me, of course.
Meek Mill's stirring the pot, suggesting Jay-Z's the mastermind behind Diddy's extravagant parties, hinting they're more than innocent get-togethers. And now, Meek Mill slams Jay-Z for betraying Diddy. Jay-Z put a hit on Diddy? I mean, what is going on? Is this for real?
Sean Combs, the rapper and music executive, perhaps being linked to a sex trafficking investigation. Let's go live to Stu Mundell up in Skyfox right now for more. Stu, what do we know?
Yeah, I heard her say we're live. Copy.
All right, there you see Skyfox overhead of this home where, again, we are seeing Department of Homeland Security investigators doing a search of this home now. Let's go to Haley Winslow, who's live on the ground right there. Haley, what do we know?
Sandra, this is going to turn into a huge scene that is going to be an all-day thing, and it involves, yes, P. Diddy. The home is actually registered to Bad Boy Films, which is a division of Bad Boy Entertainment, basically his company, and the home's registered to that and to his daughter. Now, from Skyfox, Stu up there, he got some shots of a few people coming out of the home. Those people have been detained. Now, we're trying to still connect the dots. We do have some sources on scene here that we're getting this information from. We were actually the first ones here with about 30 different law enforcement vehicles at least. There are 3 Bearcats on scene here. This just all unfolded, Sandra, I would say, less than 10 minutes ago. We got here even before the crime scene tape came up. So we're just down the hill. If you look up this street where Tony is right now to the right, you'll see one of those Bearcats and law enforcement. And on the other side of those bushes, basically, is that home that is registered to Bad Boy Films, which is part of Bad Boy Entertainment. And the home in particular is registered not only to Bad Boy Films, but to one of P. Diddy's daughters. Now, we are hearing from law enforcement sources that this involves sex trafficking, but we don't yet know to what extent or the details about that. But you better believe we will be on this all day, keeping you updated with the very latest. For now, reporting live here on the scene in Holmby Hills, I'm Haley Winslow, Fox 11 News.
Haley, thank you. And you can see from that ground shot a very active scene right there, a perimeter put up already.
Then Homeland Security swoops in on Diddy's place in L.A., investigating some heavy allegations involving drugging and trafficking. And now there's talk about Jay-Z possibly being connected to the whole shebang. Quite the sequence of events, huh? Following the news, Mill became quite active on social media, claiming this was a campaign against him for releasing independent music.
They had a recording of Meek and Diddy
making love?
I don't know if it was love.
Okay, you have it? Let's hear it. What? Yo, wait a minute. Wait,
You didn't hear this?
No!
Now, Miran, what does that sound authentic?
It absolutely. Oh my God!
Yeah, just really give it a good listen.
People want to make it. They want to make it so badly. You get these vulnerable people. Parents are letting you do this. because they want to make it so badly. Yeah. And then you record them probably and say, if you do anything, we got this on you.
He had that man in the room. Look, yes, I put my ear to the door and I brought the phone because Diddy started going in overdrive. I ain't know what the was going on, but I just heard balls slapping against cheeks. I heard struggling.
Due to legal documents claiming Diddy had sex with a Philadelphia rapper who dated Nicki Minaj, Meek Mill has become popular on X. That reduces the list to essentially him. Following his online meteoric rise, Mill publicly announced that he would soon release music. However, they were still determining just how soon it would happen.
Is for all the nonsense and talk that you put out there on Twitter or X in particular about the blogs, about the fake people, about you partake in that bullshit daily. You love it. You love it. You want more of it. You asking the congregation about if you should buy this boat or this crib or this, knowing damn well they couldn't even buy a sofa. The same people you asking can't buy a sofa. You should be going and grabbing an island and doing some weird stuff, trying to flex on people and then commenting on people that you say we should ignore, but you sitting there feeding them all day long. So I really don't understand it. I think it's corny. Academics, in my opinion, I don't know if he's right or he's wrong, but he's been cooking a lot of these rappers and niggas for years.
Disrespectful.
Just blatant disrespectful. Right out in their face. And I mean, he took it right from his boy 6ix9ine and said, F you niggas, I'm just gonna come right at y'all and you're gonna do nothing. And he's been proven correct. So I don't more clown show behavior, more clown show shit. On a serious note, I'm looking forward to seeing what is going to happen and transpire in the next couple weeks. Will we see an arrest warrant for Diddy? Will Usher and will Meek Mill be implicated more and we start seeing more stuff? Will more people be brought out? It's compelling TV what we got going on right now.
Yeah, it's crazy, man. And even with the whole, let me start with the Meek academics very quickly, then jump over to the Diddy situation. First of all, like, I don't know why Meek Mill's even feeding into it. Like, let this dude talk. Let him do what he's going to do. But the fact that you're actually feeding into it, you actually give him more life, right? You think that you want to come in here and tell somebody and, you got to defend yourself. Nah, just a wise man said nothing at all. Let him talk and just keep doing what you're going to do. That's my opinion. Now, as far as this Diddy situation, Meek Mill even addressed that. He said, look, man, ain't no way. Nobody going to come with me on no gay shit. He pretty much said, like, flipping tables. That was his, close to what he said. I don't believe that Diddy and Meek did anything. I don't think Meek goes that way, but the whole Diddy thing is interesting because now you're starting to see, what are supposedly underage girls. The dude was with him, which I never doubted that the dude was around the producer. I never doubted that, but it's starting to look like some straight FBI. I don't even want to say COINTEL. Yeah, really some COINTELPRO.
You're right.
Papers. And again, if they really were women that were, not of age, and he was giving them drugs.
To be clear, neither artist is accused of a specific crime in Rodney Lil Rod Jones's lawsuit. Furthermore, neither artist's identity appears in the materials made accessible to the public. Diddy's attorneys immediately replied to the fresh allegations against their client, calling Jones a liar who is shamelessly looking for an undeserved payday. According to the complaint, an anonymous rapper was aboard Diddy's boat, where they were reportedly observed consorting with underage girls, sex workers, as seen below.
Because of Jay-Z and them was putting it together. So I think they still harbor some energy towards me.
You think you were purposely left out of the ad?
No.
Okay.
I don't think. I think that they were saying the NFL had some issues with me that I don't know what those issues are. Like, what is the issue? You see what I'm saying? Like, and I with M, because like with Nori he had communication. He said, yeah, that's why I talked to the big homie. He was telling me, the white boy wouldn't do the truth without 50.
Further down in the lawsuit, the individual whose identity is withheld is identified as a Philadelphia rapper who dated Nicki Minaj. Meek Mill is from Philadelphia and dated Nicki Minaj from 2014 until 2016.
One person on the planet. Unless there's a Philly rapper that also dated Nicki that no one knows about, it's obviously Meek Mill.
So essentially, I reacted to, I literally found out on stream, I'm like, what the fuck? I'm like, yo, no way Meek Mill was in these freak-offs. Like, I know we've seen the video in the pool and the matching outfits, but no, Meek is like the toughest, biggest gangster. Like, he's like a killer. Like, no way he's like getting, you know what I mean, bent over by Diddy, the diddler. So I reacted like, I'm not even believing it. That reaction went viral. And the next day, Meek, as I said, he's a special type of stupid, as 50 would say. He's seen me reacting to it and thought I made it up. So he's like, yo, you know what I'm gonna do to academics when I catch him? Now, previously, me and Meek had a truce.
Bro, I remember, because I remember the last couple of times I brought his name, and you're like, hey, listen, me and Meek are cool right now. I don't want to take these shots at him.
We had a truce, but Meek and him being so dense and being so dumb, he actually thought that I made up the lawsuit. And by the way, even after he started threatening me and I said, I didn't make it up. I said, just clear up whatever it is, but I didn't make it up. You know what he said? This is clearly AI generated. I'm like, yo, Meek, Meek is so dumb he couldn't even.
However, the exact description of the Philadelphia rapper who dated Nicki Minaj appears again in connection with Jones's charges against producer Stevie J. As previously reported, Jones alleges Diddy's link to Stevie J was utilized to make an alleged guarantee about the Grammys. Jones said that Diddy exploited his admiration for the Bad Boy Records Grammy winner to groom him for sex. The lawsuit includes images purported to show Stevie J having sex with a white guy.
FBI, I don't even want to say COINTEL. Yeah, really some COINTELPRO.
You're right.
You know, papers. And again, if they really were women that were, you know, not of age, and he was giving them drugs, and I'm totally...
The screenshots have been extensively questioned. An adult film actor came forward, claiming that the photographs were of him, not Stevie J. The producer also addressed the charges, telling TMZ last week that the false allegations were being handled by a lawyer.
Diddy got Meek Mill, and it's all coming out in a lawsuit. Meek Mill was named in Diddy's latest lawsuit, and it is not looking good.
At any rate, this week's lawsuit claimed that Stevie J engaged in sexual intercourse with Diddy. Also mentioned are an anonymous rapper and an unnamed R&B artist. As previously stated, the rapper is defined in a footnote as a Philadelphia rapper who dated Nicki Minaj. At the same time, the R&B singer is described as having performed at the Super Bowl Sickie and had a successful Vegas residency.
And what I'm gonna do is, he says, first things first, he says, someone send me academic's address.
Right, he said, I'll die to shut you down.
Yeah, then he says, I'm going to die to do it. Then it
which
was
is
so
which is crazy. Which is a crazy thing to say. Meek is cut it out. You're not gonna die to shut down academics. You're a multimillionaire with a great career and kids. Cut it out. Yeah, grow up.
Meek literally then tweeted out a couple tweets after. He said, well, the governor just called me. And I was just like, this makes like, wait, you're planning a murder online. And the governor calls you to talk you out of it? Like, also, the reason why him and the governor are in cahoots is primarily because he's the guy that that they kind of taunt around for prison reform.
Okay.
Right?
Yeah.
And he's like, yo, I'm down to die over it.
Yeah.
The funny thing, I always tell people, I said this is a gangster rapper paradox when they're threatening a civilian. They say this, yo, I'm gonna kill you, this and third. And if you actually say, all right, I'm not scared of you still, because you usually back out once they say they're gonna kill you, because they're a gangster rapper, they rap about spinning blocks, Glocks, and switches. They're the killers of the earth, okay? When you tell me you're not scared of them, they flip it on you. Man, you just trying to trick me out of my position. You trying to send me to jail.
Right, he said, I'm gonna treat you exactly to the effects of you influencing. I'm gay and I have 3 sons. I'm getting you Addy now, I'm coming.
Then he told me he was gonna record a video and pee on my steps. And I was like, well, right. I imagine Meek just like sneaking up and like, first I'm like, yo, that's a sexual crime already. And Diddy is already into some shit that you're alleged with. Don't pull out your penis on my property. That's a problem. That's a sexual crime. You can't just whip out your dick anywhere, Vlad. You gotta tell these people. That's a crime.
Yeah.
So he threatened to come. Don't come with the same dick that you and Diddy been doing whatever with and come pee on my property. Afterwards,
story. I'm not embarrassed by anything I've been through. It might be tea for y'all, but it's a testimony for me. Now, I don't know what the hell that's supposed to mean, but I do know, Meek, it's not looking good for you.
Again, Usher just performed in the Super Bowl and has a residency in Las Vegas, which is why some believe the lawsuit is about him. Neither Meek nor Usher has specifically addressed any of the subsequent rumors. Meek Mill did, however, engage in a social media battle with DJ Academics after the latter read out the lawsuit's charges on a live stream. Mill and Usher's conjecture has grown due to a footnote in the complaint alleging the rapper in issue is a Philadelphia rapper who dated Nicki Minaj. At the same time, the R&B singer is characterized as someone who performed at the Super Bowl sick and had a successful Vegas residency.
Diddy's label imprint Love Records, the CEO of Universal Music Lucian Grange, former Motown CEO Ethiopia Habtemariam, Diddy's chief of staff Christina Koram, and even Diddy's son. He had engaged in physical real tunes with rapper Redacted, R&B singer Redacted, and Stevie J. However, if you take a look at the footnotes, the first name of the rapper, whose name is redacted, describes him as a Philadelphia rapper who dated Nicki Minaj. And the footnote for the R&B singer states, performed at the Super Bowl and had a successful Vegas residency. Of course, it didn't take long for people online to put...
According to an announcement in 2017, Mill and Minaj's romance terminated after 2 years. Usher, who announced his Las Vegas residency last year, appeared at Super Bowl LV8 on February 11th. These features have fueled suspicion that the outfit is referencing the stars.
Meek is gay. I do not think Meek is gay, but he is incredibly bad at proving he's straight. He is maybe the worst in history at doing that. When someone accuses you of being gay, you don't get on Twitter and go, I love so much, it's so juicy and wet, it's my favorite thing to put. He was like, I even had sex with a girl on her period. That's how you know I love women. He tweeted that and I was like, oh, he thinks that's disgusting. And you know who else thinks that's disgusting? The gays. Shout out Meek, man. He's done a lot of amazing things with prison reform, right? Getting all them gay dudes out so he can suck their probably a bunch of
Mill took to X, previously Twitter, late to respond to the charges, writing, "No man or Watt would ever approach me about gay activity, and the whole place doesn't get flipped. Woke up seeing this on every blog like they know I'm coming." In another post, the singer claimed that he had the right to say, "I ain't gay." Amid his torrent of X postings mainly promoting his new music, Mill also struck out at social media star Tate, who earlier in the day inquired on the platform, "So P. Diddy was having sex with Meek Mill and Usher. Were you sex trafficking women? What the F asterisk 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 is wrong with you, Brody?" Mill said. Mill was referring to Tate's rape and human trafficking allegations in Romania, where he is suspected of forming an organized criminal cell to sexually abuse women. Tate has disputed the claims made against him.
He is going through a lawsuit right now, and in that lawsuit it come out that he was allegedly sleeping with Meek Mill and Usher, which is absolutely crazy. And Andrew Tate said on Twitter, so P. Diddy was having with Meek Mill and Usher. He said, "I am the most famous man in the world, and I avoid speaking to famous people because they're all gay and weird." And Meek Mill responded by saying, "Was you sex trafficking women? What's wrong with you, Brody?" Andrew Tate responded by saying, "I only asked a question because everyone is saying it happened. Is it true or not?" The weird thing is that everyone is saying, including DJ Academics, Meek Mill is avoiding just addressing it directly and keeps beating around the bush about this situation. But Andrew Tate recently on his emergency meeting got into this a little bit more about the whole P. Diddy and Meek Mill thing.
You confirm, go through the order list and make sure nobody called Puff Daddy or Meek Mill has bought Fireblood. Make sure, because I'm pretty sure they haven't. Someone sent us a super chat here saying it's funny how he didn't even deny it.
This is what I keep saying. A lot of people have allegations against Meek Mill, what people are saying. If it's not true, just deny it. This guy simply does not want to address the situation at all.
Threaten everyone with it. His first tweet should be, "Yeah, I'm gay. Stay away from me."
Unless you want to get bummed.
Unless you want to get bummed. Yeah, teach them all a lesson.
Right. I don't know. You have to own who you are. You have to be who you are and own who you are. Even if that's, you have to own it.
Yeah, exactly.
Own it with your whole soul. That's what I believe.
Look at this Romanian man owning who he is.
If you guys remember, Andrew Tate actually had that little back and forth with Drake a while ago as well. For the most part, he doesn't really get on with rappers, and a lot of people are taking digs and mocking Meek Mill right now. And I will be posting a lot more on this situation as it unfolds, so stay tuned to the channel.
Tate didn't back down, writing in another post, "I simply asked a question since everyone says it occurred. Is it true or not?" Combs has recently faced multiple lawsuits, including one brought by his ex-girlfriend, singer Cassandra Cassie Ventura. In her lawsuit, Ventura described her connection with Combs as a cycle of abuse, violence, and sex trafficking. The lawsuit also claims that Combs pushed her into an ostentatious, fast-paced, and drug-fueled lifestyle. This reportedly includes forced sexual encounters with male prostitutes, as well as threats and beatings. Ventura's case was resolved the day after it was filed in November. Combs has rejected all of the charges against him, and his attorney, Ben Braffman, told Newsweek in a statement at the time that Mr. Combs vehemently denies these offensive and outrageous allegations. The Rape, Abuse, and Incest National Network, RAIN Sexual Assault Hotline, is accessible 24 hours a day, 7 days a week via phone, 1-800-656-4673, or online chat. A mobile app may also be used to get additional group assistance. That's all for the video, folks. Thanks for watching.